Thanks for staying for sports, and early this week was the early signing day, and it saw plenty of high school football players in the Treasure State signing on to play 4 more years in college. Many of those, some of the best in the state, staying in Montana, going to the Frontier Conference. 9 Bozeman players signed their letter of intent to play football in college, and the NAIA took up most of the Hawks' 2021 recruiting class, with 4 student athletes going to play for Montana Western and 1 playing for Dickinson State. Head coach Levi West says as proud as he is for his guys, sending them off to play at the collegiate level is always bittersweet.
They work as hard as any group as I've ever been around, and that's one of the hard things about high school sports is you grow with these guys for 4 years, and it's not just you affect them, they affect you, and you're growing together constantly. And when it comes time to move on, maybe not as much as a parent, but you definitely feel that sadness or that bittersweet. Like, I helped them get to this point, I'm excited, but now, it's kind of for them to move on and take that journey on their own.
And staying with recruiting in the Frontier Conference, the Rocky Mountain College Battling Bears football team believed they had a very good early signing day. 12 student athletes signed on with the Battling Bears, and head football coach Chris Stuttrium says that's the most he's seen commit by the early signing deadline since he's been with Rocky Mountain College. Stutz says the recruiting situation this year was different for everyone, but his staff was able to recruit on the road and allow kids to visit their campus. The situation may have in fact benefited Rocky, as Stutz says they believe they landed not just some of the best talent in the state, but also along the West Coast, where guys didn't get a chance to play this fall and maybe earn Division I or 1AA scholarships. Coach Stutz will enter his 2nd season as head coach this spring, and he says while last year's class was about finding guys to build the foundation of his program, this year's recruiting focused on finding more size and speed.
We really wanted to focus on getting some bigger guys and some guys on the edge that could be fast for us, and we want to get the best guys that we can as well as the best type of people. But we really wanted to focus on some size, some length, and then some speed in this year's class.
Both of those programs will still lock down some more recruits at the beginning of the new year. And high school basketball now just a month away. And it wasn't that long ago that the Helena High Bengals girls basketball team was winning their 3rd state championship in a row. But now they go into this season with a new look. SWX Montana's Jeremy Schnell explains.
About 6 years ago, Ben Dudek and his wife moved to Montana for a new adventure. Dudek is now entering his 1st year as Helena High's new head coach for the girls basketball team.
Played my entire life until I was about 20, and then began my coaching career, if you will, when I was 21, living in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
For Dudek, this job was very enticing to him, and he is excited for the future.
Always knew that if the timing was right and the opportunity came about, that it was something that I would definitely try to get back into. And like I said, about 10 months ago, that opportunity came about, and then me and my family were ready to take on all the responsibilities that come with this. And I was excited, when I got hired.
Obviously, during this time, it has been very hard for Dudek and his coaching staff to implement their system. But he seems very optimistic with how things are going.
When we had workouts in the summer and we had summer practices, we began to implement some of those things. It is a challenge, always, whether it's COVID year or not a COVID year, new system, new things to teach the girls that we're going to do that may be a little bit different than they have seen in the past. So that's always a challenge.
The Bengals' first game will be January 7th against Hellgate. In Helena, Jeremy Schnell, SWX.
Finally, before we go today, you may have noticed up here in the top corner a new addition to the set, that Green Bay Packers helmet. John from Ballantyne noticed my Packers fandom. He sent that as a gift. So John, thank you for the gift. Thank you for watching our sports every weekend. And that is your look on sports. We're right back after this.